Before we get started, let me make a couple things clear. The only reason I'm doing this video is because Brother Shatelko requested it, okay? Second thing is, the monetization is off on this video. I wouldn't dare make a dime off someone else's grief. Let's get into it. For those who don't know what we're talking about, I'm gonna play this video for you.
Family of a Las Vegas man shot and killed by police in his own home this week, now calling it murder.
The family says when he called police for help, officers shot him instead of the intruder.
Fox 5's Kim Passoff has gone through the police body camera video and heard from one outraged family member tonight. Kim?
Yeah, one officer shot and killed Brandon Durham early Tuesday morning. And today, police held a news conference to explain exactly what happened. After watching that news conference, Durham's family, including his 15-year-old daughter, who was in the home during the shooting, also held a news conference of their own.
My brother called 911 to get assistance with the home invasion.
My father always feared the police. Even with that fear, he asked me to call the police. And when I grabbed my phone and I handed it to him, that was the last time I saw my father alive.
This is what officers found when they arrived.
They said they made entry. We had to go in there.
After being told intruders had entered the home and hearing screaming inside, they went in.
Kick it! Metro Police! Metro Police! Metro Police! Hey, drop the knife! Drop the knife!
We paused that video before Durham is shot. Metro says 6 rounds were fired.
Not only is he shot in the head, he's shot as he's falling. And then the man says to him, "Stay there," as if he can get up.
LVMPD received a report of 2 subjects shooting into a residence.
At their news conference, Metro paused on this moment of the video, showing Durham and 31-year-old Alejandra Bordeaux struggling over a knife.
They have matter of seconds, if not split seconds, to make very challenging decisions.
Metro will now investigate the threat perception of the officer. What would a reasonable officer do in the same situation? Durham's sister believes there is no way to justify what happened, calling it this:
Unlawful murder. He was screaming for help in his home with a visible intruder in a red hoodie and a ski mask. And you shoot my brother in his boxers, in his home, in his bedroom door. My brother was a wonderful man. He was a father, an amazing brother. He was the glue that held the family together.
You'll never see him again. I will never see him again.
And Metro says that one officer is on administrative leave as they investigate this deadly shooting. 26-year-old officer Alexander Bookman, who has been on the force for about 3 years. Officers believe that the intruder and Durham knew each other, and this was not a random act of violence.
The woman who police say was the intruder in the home, Alejandra Bordeaux, is facing several charges: home invasion with a deadly weapon, assault with a deadly weapon with domestic violence, willful or wanton disregard of safety of persons resulting in death, and 1 count of child abuse, neglect, or endangerment. Boudreaux was arrested and booked into the Clark County Detention Center. You can watch Metro's entire news conference on our website, fox5vegas.com.
First and foremost, condolences to the family. That man should be alive. There is no excuse that I'm willing to listen to as to why he is not. I used Fox 5 video because they used a still picture of the incident. But I actually seen the video of the incident on 8 News Now. Not only was the knife up and away, not in a position to enter somebody, but that man's hands were in a defensive position on the knife. There were 4 hands on that knife. One of his hands was actually on the palm of the woman that was trying to stab him. Like, you can see that clearly from a picture, and a picture doesn't do it justice. When you're actually there, that's something you can clearly see. If you're not distracted by black skin. Let's just call it what it is. There's no excuse. No excuse whatsoever as to why that man is not here. Not only was the knife not in a position to enter someone, not only was his hands in a defensive position on the knife, but when the officer gave commands to drop the weapon, let's say he actually had the weapon. Let's say he had the weapon in his hand, free-willed. When the officer gave the commands to drop the weapon would not have hit the ground before that first shot went off. That's how fast the command to drop the weapon and the shot happened between each other. That's how fast that happened. The first shot, if you've seen the video, which is why I didn't show the video, it was actually a head shot. That first shot hit him in the head and he fell immediately. Then the officer shot him 5 more times while he was on the ground. There is no excuse that I am going to listen to from any fucking person trying to justify this. Not one. I don't want to hear shit. And Brother Shatelko, I completely get your point as it pertains to that's what you mean when you say dignity. But this is why I say we have to police our own. This is why I say all of the people from the hood working them dead end security jobs should just take that next step. Take that next step and just go ahead and be a police officer so you can police your own people. Because the only people walking on this earth, I want to say the earth, the only people in this country who aren't afraid of black men are black men. That's it. Black men and men of other nationalities that are very well capable of handling themselves. That's it. We're the only ones who don't get threatened by the presence of a black man. There is absolutely nothing about what I've seen on this video that said that man should have been shot and killed, yet alone shot 6 times. I have some other thoughts that I want to speak of as it pertains to these type of situations, but I don't want to do it on this video because I don't want it to seem insensitive to the family and loved ones of this person. Okay, so y'all look out for that. I'm about to jump on this road, man. I got to drive to Salt Lake City, man. But y'all should get that tomorrow night, man, from the hotel. So yeah, that's it, man.